So this is how I start. So I've just pulled up, we found a good spot here up at North Shore. And now what they do at the retreat is they've got a couple of different campgrounds here. So a lot of powered sites feel all cramped in, but these powered sites are really quite big, spread out all around here. And in these sites, we've got deluxe powered sites, general, and then down the back there, we've got our unpowered camping. We've pulled up here at a powered site, and quite often we've got lots of solar here and we'd be out in the sun, but we've got underneath these trees and found a nice little spot for us here. So what I'm gonna do is I've just unhooked, I'm gonna level the caravan. Now, first off, on this one here, I've just lowered it down a little bit on the jockey wheel from unhooking off the four-wheel drive, and then I've got my airbag suspension. So I've clicked that on there, and I'm just gonna drop some of these guys down here. On this side, I want to make this step or this kitchen height really nice. Now I know I'm sitting on a bit of an angle there, so I've just dropped it down, eyeball it there. There'll be a level on the front, but I do want to just check that out and just have a feeling here, because the ground level's running that way, that I can camp or use this kitchen. So once I set this up, then I'm going to set everything else up. So let's just drop that down a little bit more, drop down my other side. And if I want to go front or back, on this one, I'm gonna lower the jockey wheel. So we've dropped that guy right down. Now again, have a look at my level, have a look at that. Basically, I'm gonna pour a drink and make sure it sits there nice and even, and that's my camper setup. Here's my outside kitchen. I've got a cooktop built in, outside power point ready here for cooking. And as long as that feels pretty good, I know I can then turn my compressor off, and then I can be set up and set the rest of the campsite up. I'm just gonna open up here. So again, we've got this door. I'm gonna set it up here with my mat, and I love getting my camping mat out. We'll get the chairs out. Do you wanna come help? We've played with a lot of mats here, and one of my favorite is these little Aboriginal mats. And probably, we're just gonna use this guy as coming in and out, hey? So I just want a bit of a mat from my door, a bit of a mat to my kitchen. This is kind of our living area, huh? So there we go, right? I've actually got that. I'm probably gonna use even maybe something like one of our smaller mats when we set the whole awning up, but we'll get a couple of chairs here, get set up, and we're gonna go through this unit of the Kimberley Kube. So here we go. We've kind of set up here with a fire. Now on this, we know it's gonna be pretty good weather here, so we're not putting up any awning or anything. That's us set up. Yep. That's cool. So she's just made the bed because I've just thrown everything in there. The great thing about having these teardrops or this type of van is that you can load up the inside. It's a bit of a storage king, isn't it? King of the off-road with this Kimberley Kube. We can put gear on there. I'm a big fan. I've got a few rucksacks. I've actually even used my swag bags. So I got the swag bags that I can throw with a heap of gear in there, and that keeps it real tidy. Maybe a bag for my chairs and some stuff, because I am using inside as some of my bulky storage. So you made the bed?
Yep, we're all ready to go.
Oh, good. Are you gonna open a window for us?
Sure.
Okay, so we've got these great big windows here. Now, one thing we've probably found is that the window's right on the bed. So on a day like this, midweek camping up at Noosa North Shore at the retreat here, we've just got trees behind us. We've got a lot of privacy, and we can go and have a bit of a nana nap back there, have a bit of a lie down with that one there, and the windows are all the way around. So really like the lighting inside, like It was easy enough to turn on. There's some bright light right by the switch, right there, easy in and out at the door. This guy's a click window, so 1, 2, is it gonna go up to 3? There's 3. And then I've got my blind there as well. So again, privacy when you wanna close it. We've got the blind at the back built in, and there is a little magnetic blind for the front. Now, not that anyone's gonna peek in on the front, but there is a bit there. So that was us. I'm gonna light the fire.
Yeah, go for it.
There we go. So we're at the front of the Kimberley Kube, and this is the pod that they've set up here. It is a mini version of what we have on the Kimberley Cruisers, which was a 1,500 liter pod, quite a bit of space. So we've got our battery and our diesel fuel in there, gas bottle here and a jerry can holder on the other side. So I do like this front end box. I like it looks really slick driving down the road, and it's pretty cool all through here. I could fit the ISI bike carrier and I could still access the box. So we've put some tables and some gear in here. I've got one of my tables in there. Now that went in there, I could still get a bit of room there. And will there be a gas strut or some other thing to hold that up? Not a bad idea on our feedback for the Kimberley Kube. Now these tables are super fun. You can pick them up and they are just a nice little small table. So this is out of our camping kit. We've got a couple of these. What a great coffee table, drinks, cards on the side, but I still can use it as the big table when we were actually doing the steak or whatever we're gonna cook later tonight. And I do have then the big table where we can do our cooking. So really like that, folds up and can fit anywhere. A couple of those in the campsite is a great way to do it. This ISI bike carrier with quite a bit of a lean on it, and it's really set up to suit the Kube or these boxes here. So this guy's set up, and I've got a couple of bikes on here. Up here at Noosa North Shore Retreat, we've really got a great spot to run up and down this path, pick it at high tide when there's not as many four-wheel drives coming on and off the beach. And this is a really great place to mountain bike right from here all around, even down to the ferry and across, because you could go into Tewantin to the $1 coin on the ferry on your bike and go and have a day out traveling from the Noosa North Shore Retreat. Look at this. So the Kimberley colors. So we do have the Kimberley Kube here, as you can see with all the KK guys here, starting with a K on those two, and this is our Kimberley Kube. We threw the board on top and you can see that some of the Kimberley red gear equipment is up there on the rails, and we can see some jerry cans on this side. We've got some pretty good running bars here. So these are actually a bash bar as well. So you know I'm gonna go over top of some runners, and this is gonna protect my underbody, and that's why we've got it front and back. We've got these bash bars that go under and protect your caravan or protect you when you're off-roading. Now we're here on the driver's side. So we call it the driver's side here. And when I open this up, I've got my full door there, and I've got my midgie mesh with my magnets. So this guy seems to go together pretty good. I have magnets at the top too, so it's forgiving when I open it. And quite often, if I can just get that top magnet back together, the whole thing seems to set and sit in there. And they've made it nice and long too. So this is the midgie mesh screens that you can do on both doors. We've got it set up here. Driver's side is our water and ensuite. Now we haven't set it up yet, but what it is this sail track will come out, and I believe I've got about 12 or 1500 worth of canvas, 2 poles, 2 ropes, and I'm gonna set it up here. There's gonna be a little door access inside here into that room, and then I'm gonna have my shower room here. Diesel hot water, diesel room heater, it's all running off, and it's all right here. So when we get changed, we can get changed, sneak back inside, because it's the end of the day, and all I'm doing is gonna have a shower, and I'm off to have a lie down. That's us with our water, and with all the Kimberleys, we can always pump from a creek or pump from an outside source. So we've got VisiFlow on this one, and we can pump water from an outside source or from our water tank underneath. Let's open up this side. Now, driver's side, we've got our mains power. So that's where we're gonna plug in power today. I'm gonna drop this down, and what I have is my water side here. Now I had a quick look at this with the kitchen pulled in. So I still had room for poles, flat gear underneath my kitchen under there. So I might put a couple other things under there, and even could hide my fishing rods under there when I do that. So I've got my shower here. And what I do like is that we have switched these shower heads up. So we're not just doing the old spray hose. These ones give like a pretty good shower, keeps the water a bit hotter, and it also just makes it a bit more refreshing than just a little bit of a garden hose type thing. So Kimberly's been swapping out with these, and we've got our water into our tanks, on off, changing from our water, and we actually have a mains filler here as well. So you see that there's no hole to stick your hose in. We're running it through the VisiFlow, opening up the tanks, connecting to mains, and we could fill all our tanks from there. Now on this model, I believe it's showing here with 2 tanks, but we'll have to check. We've got an option like the camper. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the 2 tanks, and I could fill either of them through there. On this side here, hot water out, and that's just a look to see what you get on this side of the Kimberley Kube and this great design, aerodynamic, off-road teardrop camper trailer.